And on this episode of Failing Upwards, we have this from Collider. Monica Rambeau deserves her own movie after the Marvels. One of the biggest box office catastrophes in Disney's history. So let me get this straight. The people that wrote this saw the Marvels, saw that it flopped that hard, and afterwards said, you know what, this character deserves her own movies. Not just movies. Starts off with saying one of the MCU's best characters has never received, first of all, one of the MCU's best characters? In what way? I'd love for them to explain it to me without using the words black and woman to explain to me why she deserves anything going forward. Has never received the star and role she deserves. Why? I can only imagine why. Because her movie sucked. And she wasn't great in WandaVision. She was great in the beginning, don't get me wrong. The first few episodes, like, oh wow, you guys have actually introduced us to a great character. And then what'd they do? In typical Disney fashion, let's just screw her up. Let's give her one of the worst lines in history. One of the most tone-deaf lines ever. And then let's just give her more things. Again, failing upwards is the theme for Disney, more importantly for Collider. More than 4 years ago, fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe were introduced to the most anticipated new Avenger, Air Force Captain turned hero Carol Danvers. Most anticipated. That's what Collider thinks right now, that Captain Marvel was the most anticipated hero of the MCU. Okay. I wonder if Collider understands why Captain Marvel made so much money. Is it because it came out after Infinity War? So we were left with a holy shit moment to end that movie, and then the next thing we got was Captain Marvel? Now, if the MCU would have done these movies in chronological order, her movie would have came out after Captain America's. How much money do you think that movie would have made? Probably nothing, right? It probably would have been an absolute box office flop because at that time, no one gave a shit about Captain Marvel. And 4 years ago, we really didn't care about her either. We got the, again, holy shit moment in Infinity War, and then we had her movie, so everyone that liked it said, oh, well, we gotta go see this movie. We gotta see what this is all about. And then they made one of the worst Marvel movies ever made. Even by today's Phase 5 standards. It was one of the worst ones they've ever made. The rest of this paragraph just pretty much sums up the events of WandaVision, but it ends with this line here. Monica Rambeau is ready to lead her own story. No, she's not. The article goes on to say Monica Rambeau's character is ready for a starring role like Iron Man. No, she's not. No, she's not at all, and no one really cares about her. You have a deadweight character that no one's clamoring for. Can you imagine being Marvel right now? Having the character of Monica Rambeau, and now she's stuck in the X-Men universe, and you have to make her a bigger character than what she is? That's not going to be good, because it's going to be, again, an X-Men movie, essentially. Starring her? She can't lead a movie, she can't lead a franchise, she can't even lead a team. I said for a while, though, the X-Men should take place in their own multiverse. They absolutely should be in their own little world where everyone is either a mutant or not a mutant. You can't have them here. You can't have them in our world where now we have a million Skrulls running around here where anyone could just be an alien. And now you're going to tell me, oh, anyone could just be a mutant? And we haven't seen them this entire time? No. Keep them in their own universe. So I did like the idea of having her trapped over there, and then you could bridge these two worlds together. However, I don't trust Disney to figure this one out, though. Because if they are going to go down this route, though, then yes, Monica Rambeau will be the lead in the next movie. And that's not going to work out at all because, again, the Marvels flopped. The Marvels flopped hard. And there's no coming back from that because the world has said to Disney, no, we are going to reject these superheroes. We are rejecting this superhero team. They even rejected Miss Marvel on Disney Plus. They said no, we don't care about this character. It's the lowest watched MCU show on Disney Plus. And you think you're gonna salvage something out of this? No. She's a side character at best. And they know that. And it's going to be very difficult for them to write her into a lead role in the X-Men movie. This part says, the Marvel sets Monica Rambeau up for more teamwork instead of her own solo story. Yeah, because she can't lead. She's not interested. She's not an interesting character. She's not an interesting actress. And there's nothing about any of these things that I've seen so far of her that made me go, yes, her star and role cinematic universe 3-movie deal. Nothing about that. Nothing could ever make me think that about this character, because what we've seen so far has been nothing but shit. There's a few companies out there that could actually turn shit into shinola. Disney right now is not one of those companies. I don't think having one of the biggest flops in Disney history is a feather in your cap. Do you think that makes people want to see it more or less? Again, just look at it just from the outside in, okay? If you have a business and you have a product that is making $0 and it is costing you hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars and it makes your company look stupid, why would you continue to produce it? Why would that make sense in your eyes of, okay, hey, she deserves all these things? No, she doesn't, because when she's on screen, she doesn't produce money. It's a very simple concept. You put the products out there. Would I say WandaVision was a good product? Towards the end, it started to suck, though, but in the beginning, it was fantastic. But it just goes to show that Disney long-term cannot do anything right. They could do little short bursts here and there that are pretty good and entertaining. But then as soon as they started to get into like the main storyline, that's when everything just fell apart at the end. The next thing we saw her in was The Marvels. And that was bad. She was bad in that her character was simply there to just do the science info dump. That's all she did, though. All she did was just throw out a bunch of science jargon, and that's it. That's all her character was. It was almost like Arthur's character in Inception. He was just there to explain everything. And now the author of this article thinks, yes, we should give her more roles. She should be starring in things and have her own Iron Man series. Why would you do that? Why would you take something that makes no money at all and give it more opportunity? Again, a good writer could make this work. But Disney doesn't hire good writers now. They hire nothing but activists. And activists can't do anything right at all, though. All they can do is complain and champion for things that do not work and do not make money. And I do wonder, of the people that work for Collider, how many of them have actually seen the Marvels and said something positive about it? And please, I would love to hear what they think of the Marvels, and to be very, very specific. And not use like buzzwords of, oh, look at these heroic things. Like, no. What made these characters good? Because if anything, it made them all look worse. Every single thing about the Marvels was bad. And Monica Rambeau was really, really bad in that role. And her character was really dumb. And it didn't really make me care about anything of hers going forward. So to this author, this is total bullshit. And if you guys really thought that this character was really that great, wouldn't her comic books be selling off the shelves like crazy? Wouldn't you go to a comic book store and all the Monica Rambeau section would be completely empty, and they're just continuously importing boxes and boxes of her comic books, and they're just making all these products for her? You guys are the only ones champion for this character and actress. No one else likes her. No one else wants her. And no one else could realistically find a reason why you do like her. So where do you fall on this, though, as an audience? Do you think we're going to see this character going forward? More importantly, do you think she's going to be a lead in the X-Men movie, or she's just going to be a side character? Let me know what you think about that.